Good insert time of day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cal, and in today's live show review, we are discussing the last show of 2025, for me at least. A show so wild, epic, and bombast that it might even rival Wacken Open Air itself. And I'm here to tell you all about it, so grab your shot glasses, climb aboard, and let's go for a ride. This is the Blind Guardian Somewhere Far Beyond tour. After a very casual stroll, drive, through the suburbs of downtown Atlanta, a parking garage is where you'll find 3,000 music fans just sitting on one place all at one time. Tonight's show is being held at the Masquerade in the Atlanta Underground, which is where you'll see most international metal bands and even some from the US who aren't that big. Based in Kinney's Alley, there are 4 venues in the Masquerade, and on the night of November 21st, 2025, myself and around 450 other metalheads would be inside. The line gets bigger, I promise, folks. Once inside, the Night of Madness could officially begin. The first band to grace the stage were DeLand, Florida's Seven Kingdoms. This was my second time seeing them, and coincidentally, my first time was back in May when they opened for Epica. And just like with Epica, they put on an absolutely amazing performance. I don't know about you, but Seven Kingdoms is a lot heavier live than they are on their albums, and it definitely shows. I found myself headbanging a lot more than when I saw them with Epica. I will also say that Sabrina is one of the most underrated power metal vocalists in the modern era. Like, seriously, she can hit those high notes, but also hit the really low ones too. And yes, dear viewer, as you can probably see, they don't have a live bassist. There's a lot of bands that don't have a live bassist now that I think about it. Later on that night, I would actually tell Camden and Sabrina that I kept my promise, as I told them after the Epica show, I would see them with Blind Guardian. If anyone from the band is watching, I kept my promise. After Seven Kingdoms disembarked the stage, we were treated to folk metal royalty with Insufferum. This was my first time seeing them, and I had missed them on their Pagan Fest tour back in February, which I was really hoping to go to. But man, this was a wild set. For starters, I didn't know their keyboardist slash clean vocalist could hit those extremely high notes, and it definitely showed on their first song. And of course, Petri Lindos growling his guts out after 20 years in the band is quite the achievement. But this set was really fun. They kept it mostly to new stuff, but they did go back and play Into Battle off, I believe, their third album. But what made this show actually so wild is because of the pit. Need I say more? I don't think so. Insufferum put on an absolutely wonderful performance, and I highly recommend you check them out if they ever come to your neck of the woods. And if anyone from Insufferum is watching, I'll see you at Prague Power USA next year. Around 20 minutes later, the moment we had all been waiting for finally arrived. It was time for Blind Guardian to take the stage. This was my first time seeing them, as when they last came to the US, I had wound up missing their show because my dad and my brother were coming back from Hawaii. But I am very pleased to say that they did not disappoint. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering why their tour is billed as the Somewhere Far Beyond tour. Well, to keep it simple, the band decided to play Somewhere Far Beyond in its entirety for this run of North American shows, and I cannot express how much I loved their performance. I also think the pits might have been a bit less violent than an Insufferum set, but trust me, there were moments where it really got dizzy in there. If anyone has ever been to a Blind Guardian show, you know that some of the greatest sounds are over 450 metalheads singing along to Nightfall, the Bard's Song, The Quest for Tanalorn, and so many other classic hits. I absolutely love this performance, mainly because I got to hear so many songs I never thought I'd hear the band play live. I highly recommend you go and see Blind Guardian if they ever come to your neck of the woods, because their performances are absolutely amazing, just like tonight. Oh man, where do I begin with describing how magical this night was? Well, I think I just said it. The bands put on absolutely amazing performances, the crowd sing-alongs were wonderful, and good vibes were had all around. I even wound up running into a couple of friends from Prague Power. If any of you guys are watching, I bid you a fond hello. If you want to go and see the Blind Guardian on the Somewhere Far Beyond tour, you still can. Tonight they're playing a show in Raleigh, North Carolina before they head up to New York City. The tour concludes December 13th in Los Angeles, California. Now it's time we bring in the band recommendation segment. Are you a melodic death metal fan who's looking for an old school sound of bands like Hypocrisy? Well, turn to Germany. The The band is called Deserted Fear, and the song is Into the Burning Lands, the opening track off their new album Veins of Fire. For fans of Hypocrisy, Insomnium, and early Dark Tranquillity, definitely give it a listen. Also be warned of extremely harsh vocals. And with that, the quest for Tanalorn has concluded. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and until we meet again sometime soon, my name is Cal, and I will catch you trackside. Have a good night, everybody.